So for years, I was working with a client who's, going through retirement or getting to retirement, and a couple, and they're all excited, and oh yeah, then we're going to do this and this and this and this and this, and they're retiring young. We're able to get them out the door early. And I was like, well, don't forget, we still need to have reviews. And I had mentioned this, but their only focus was retirement.
Yeah.
Well, once they retired and we got together, I was like, hey, have you thought about Roth conversions? They're like, well, I'm not working. I can't contribute. I'm like, no. That's not what I'm talking about. I said, you know what? You've got this wonderful gap because you've retired so early. You've got between when you're taking and retiring and when you are forced to take those required minimum distributions, you've got this gap with very low income. And your lifestyle's still not going to have you because you've done such a good job savings. But at this age, you're going to start taking out this much. And they're like, how much? I'm like, well, that's just for the first one. Y'all both have these big 401ks that are now over in IRAs. I said, the next year it goes to that. And they're like, what? I said, but the good news is you've got time now. And what we can do is rake the top off of that and backfill to give you a nice linear growth rate. And they're like, oh my goodness, I never thought about this. And I said, but here's the wonderful thing. Once you go through our tax shield, okay, our heat shield, here's what it could mean to your family. And I went over and looked at the distribution. I said, in 5 years, here's the difference. In 10 years, here's the difference. Here's 20 years, and at 90, you're going to give about 20% more to your friends and family, or y'all can spend it. They're like, we like that. Yeah. And I was like, yes, I do too. So it's very important that you know what options you have. Instead, if you get to where you're having to take required minimum distributions and you don't know, you've already missed a lot of the boat.